Welcome, one and all, to the K.O.E. Nation Knife Reviews. Just like so many of you folks, I am on the never-ending journey to find that perfect blade. We're going to grade every blade on a 5-star scale as a tool, as a self-defense implement, and as a knife overall. Also, would we replace this knife if we lost it, and should you add it to your collection? Most important of all, without further ado, let's get to this knife review. Welcome, one and all, folks, to the K.O.E. Nation Knife Review for a very, very special one indeed, the Japanese icon, the Higonokami. So, folks, I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes you the podcast cower. Please like, share, subscribe on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and now follow me on Twitter, folks. But this is my review of the iconic Higonokami. There we go, folks. So this is a Japanese knife. It's a tension folder, so it's just the tension that is basically keeping this knife from moving. So very, very basic design that came from the 1890s, actually. So this has been an unchanged design for well over 100 years. And as far as I'm aware, this is also an essential piece of Japanese school equipment for school children throughout a significant portion of the 20th century. This is how they would sharpen pencils, is with a Higonokami. So this particular piece of kit has been a well-known icon in the Japanese cutlery scene for, like I said, over a century. So the Higonokami, there's different varying sizes. This one I got kind of as a twofer. I got one for my daughter and one I'm going to give to my mom for her birthday. So this video will be uploaded afterwards because my mom watches everything I do. So this will be uploaded after her birthday, obviously. So this is an interesting knife. This particular blade style I'm not too familiar with. This would be probably the first one I've ever had of this style, where in terms of how you would utilize it, like, it is 100% a tool knife, just in every way you would utilize it. Now, I guess that means now would be the best time to get to the grading. For those who don't know, we grade on a 5-star scale. 5 meaning you have to have this knife before you shuffle off this mortal coil. 0 meaning pass it on by. The K.O.E. Nation has advised you well. So we're going to grade this as a tool, as a self-defense implement, as an overall knife, and whether you should add this knife to your collection, and whether I would replace this knife if I lost it. So, on a 5-star scale as a tool, I have to give this 3.5 stars. This is marvelous as a tool, and just like you need to have some whittling you need to do, if there's just some very fine work you need to do. Again, not to be construed as actual medical advice, or legal advice for that matter, but like, if a trained surgeon had to make do and like do a pinch grip up towards on the blade here, I imagine they could probably do something here. So something to keep in mind. I paid about $20 for it, so you really can't complain. And yeah, I could see using it for sharpening pencils. Open, like the ultimate box opener right here. So you're going to be able to get into almost any package with this knife. Now, we move on to self-defense implements. Okay. You have this that you could put your thumb on the back here, and you have one choil here that you can put a finger in, but other than that, your hand would slip up the knife. In terms of like maybe a slashing motion, but it wouldn't be very good. So this knife, in terms of a self-defense implement, you would be better served with quite a few other knives. It's better than stern looks and harsh words, but I'm going to give this 175 as a self-defense implement. It's definitely not a first choice. There's a lot better things you could go with. But again, if you have to defend your life, it's better than, you know, stern looks anyways. So I'll give it that. In terms of an overall knife, I'm going to give this 2.5 stars. It's just right in the middle there, folks. It's just a perfect, just middle of the road knife for just all, like, you could open letters, you could cut hoagie buns open with this. There's a lot of things you could do with this that like, again, like the brass is antimicrobial. So yeah, keeping one of these in your kitchen probably wouldn't actually be a bad idea, honestly. Now this is going to be kind of interesting here. Should you add this to your collection? I would say yes, you should. If I were to lose this knife, would I seek another one? No, because there's other Higo made knives that I might explore before I get another Higonokami. And again, this is a gift for my daughter and one for my mother. So I would explore other Japanese made tension folders by Higo, and I've heard there's a couple other companies that make kind of like the Cadillac Higo. Now, yeah, these tension folders, you really gotta work it loose. I'm trying to get it loose before I give this one to my mom. But yeah, so I'm gonna say yes, you should add this to your collection. No, I'm not going to seek another one because I'd want to look into the bigger one, or I think there's even a mini, and so those I would look into before I would purchase another one of these. So folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us here at the K.O.E Nation on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter as well, folks, for this very, very interesting review of the Higonokami. God bless every last one of you. I hope all of you make it back here to the K.O.E Nation happy, healthy, much the wiser. God bless you. Travel well.